Welcome to the eSports Report. On this week's show, we have all the updates on the Call of Duty Champs qualifiers. We check out the top 5 plays of the week. And we go over all the LCS action from the past week. Guys, welcome to the show. Puckett is in LA for the next 2 weeks, so with all the Call of Duty action, we thought it would be fun to bring Revan out of his casting retirement and have him host the show. How you doing, Revan?
I'm doing great, glad to be here. And over the weekend, players from all over the world continued the grind called the Call of Duty Championships. In the Americas, Canada, and Brazil each held their own qualifier. In Europe, Belgium and the Netherlands saw a single team advance. Finally, we had 3 teams from Southeast Asia clash to see who would represent the region. The
Canadian qualifiers featured KG Fuse with an all-Canada roster looking to bypass several teams that were composed of both Canadian and US players. Unfortunately for Fuse, it was Vex Revenge and Wild Gaming who met in the finals to see who would secure Canada's first qualifier spot. The series was a nail-biter, with both teams trading games back and forth, forcing a Game 5.
Look at it. Look how bad that is. That's so good. I love it.
Crotch shot, and he's going to get the kill. Patience rewarded here on the stream as Ill Skill picks up the final shot on Antici.
Wild jumped out to a 4-1 start in the Game 5 Search and Destroy on Freight. However, Vex came back to take the second half 5-1 and secured the Canadian qualifier spot.
Brock has already gone down next. Picks up the bomb. He's gone down as well. Now, 2 players left alive for Wild and their Call of Duty Championships dreams and hopes from this first qualifier. Obviously, as you said, there still is that second chance in a couple of weeks' time, but this is what they want. They've made it all the way to the grand final. Inceps, he's pinned at the back of the score. He's going to go down. Lord and 1 versus 4. 50 seconds left.
No.
3. If this happens, this could be massive. Sees the second at the bottom. Needs to dip out. 40 seconds left. He can do this, Puckett.
Here's the challenge, and Demon gets the ace. He gets all 4 kills.
While Vex Revenge takes this week's qualifier, everyone's going to have another chance to qualify for Canada's second spot next weekend.
National pride reigns supreme in the Brazilian qualifier as 5 stars and Pray for Brazil met to determine who would advance to Los Angeles. At the end of the day, 5 stars maintained their perfect record, sweeping every series of the tournament 3-0.
As with the Canadian qualifiers, those who didn't quite hit the mark this week will have another chance next week to prove their mettle. Out of the Netherlands, DB Gaming move on to LA. The Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Singapore qualifiers saw Team Echelon defeat both FIFO and Aftermath to earn their trip to the championships.
With the USA qualifiers and the Winter Invitational playoffs over, all the regular faces were back in action for this weekend's MLG 2K series. Despite the top teams all being present, you could call this week the week of the underdogs.
Curse Las Vegas fell in their first match of the tournament to Primacy. Primacy's Noxie dropped 29 kills in Game 3 to help power his team past the number 2 seed. Curse New York ended Optic's run early before likewise falling to Team Sigma.
The semifinals saw Strictly Business take down Complexity and Sigma take down Curse Youth. Sigma and Strictly Business took this series the distance, with Sigma coming back from a 4-1 deficit in Game 5's Search and Destroy to emerge with a 6-4 victory.
Sigma and Strictly Business come in first and second. Complexity and Curse Youth round out the top 4. All right, now Revan, since we have you in the studio, I need to know, who do you have at the top 5 for all the teams at this exact moment?
All right, well, number 1 team, I think everybody, you got to give it to Complexity. They've just been winning every single tournament, and they've been looking pretty darn good in the past few weeks. Now, coming in at number 2, I got to go Curse Las Vegas. This team, it's a team of perfection. You see them argue a lot online, but that's because, maybe they made a mistake here or there, and they're just trying to figure out how to fix it. But when it comes for the big tournament, I think they're going to show up. For the 3rd spot, I got to give it to Strictly Business. These guys are so talented. They have so much slang on their roster, and I think Apathy is going to be the key player to watch for them. And number 4, I'm going to have to go with Team Topper for this one. If you look at all the past tournaments, they've always been second, only behind Complexity, but they've been struggling a little bit in online. We'll see if they can step up when they come to LAN. And for number 5, I'm going to make you Europeans happy out there. TCM, these guys are looking ridiculously good. They have the best players from all over Europe, and they've played in all the big tournaments out there. And I think that experience is going to help them carry through when it comes for the Call of Duty Championships.
All right, that's some pretty objective observations there. No sneaking in, Curse New York. We know they're awesome. We know you guys are.
Well, if I could, I'd put them at number 1. I think Curse New York is a very talented lineup.
Absolutely. Sounds like the competition is definitely heating up. Speaking of that, last weekend, Optic Gaming streamed for 72 hours straight to promote the release of the upcoming movie 3 Days to Kill. The team played a ton of game battles matches, a little bit of Titanfall, and then the 2K series. All the members of Optic paid their dues, and even the manager Hex jumped on the sticks at one point. So guys, do not forget the movie comes out February 22nd. Make sure to check it out in theaters.
In other MLG news, we just announced our first international franchise. MLG has partnered with Grupo Aguia to launch MLG Brazil. The first part of this collaboration was the MLG Call of Duty qualifier. In the coming months, expect to see more online and live event competitions in the region. All right, now it's time for the Pizza Hut Make It Great Top 5 Plays of the Week.
Coming in at number 5 after pushing Fnatic out of his base, Creighton scores a triple kill.
Great positional advantage. RNA tries to go in. He only manages to land the kick on the Cyanide there. Quickly blown backwards. Kirk's going to get focused. Reckless just doing damage on the side there. Doesn't manage to take him. Zonia's hourglass was enough to keep him at bay. Soaz gets taken down. Cyanide gets taken down. Now Kevin again in amongst the team doing damage. All the barrel rolls back there. Creighton making sure he doesn't run into a pillar of ice. Going to lock up Yellow Star. He's going to get caught out there. Try and turn it back around on towards Peke. The hook on Reckless. They're going to follow through. The flame come through. Brilliant. Creighton off the side. He's just taking them down one by one. A triple kill comes from Creighton, but what a setup from J-Ree!
Moving on to number 4, Pult makes his first appearance in this top 5 by dodging Classics Observer.
Yeah. And if all of these medivacs were to go down, for example, oh my god, he would have just barely missed that. This is so stressful for both sides.
It really is.
He's avoiding the Observer.
Oh,
he's going straight. He's going to land the drop, and this is huge because Colossus is so slow, and he's going to get the drop on here. A major risk, but this will pay off.
How did Pult know? What a fantastic play. He should be able to get this Nexus. That's going to fall so rapidly.
Massive attack.
Is out of position. He tries to pick everything up in desperation, but it doesn't work. The natural will end up falling. What a fantastic play by Pult.
At number 3, Rubino gets an ace against Fnatic. At number 2, Pult snipes 4 back-to-back Nexi.
The fourth base can easily be cancelled. Probes come off the line here, which is very surprising, but he does defend it, and the Nexus goes down. Killing 3 Nexus?
Oh, he's going to hit the other one.
Trick.
The Nexi Sniper is at it.
He's at it again.
The Ninja Nexi Sniper, man. He comes from every side. He comes from the dark and he snipes them.
He does. Imagine if he got the fourth one. That would be absolutely amazing.
He might go for it. Oh, he's going for it.
No way.
No, he's going for it. There's no money. Just for the principle.
He's going for it.
Just for revealing him.
Go on, go for it. You want to reveal him. He's going to kill all 4 Nexus in just 2 moves.
And finally, at number 1, Demon grabs the ace in the Canadian finals to send his team to the Call of Duty Championships.
3. If this happens, this could be massive. Sees the second at the bottom, needs to dip out. 40 seconds left. He can do this, Puckett.
Here's the challenge, and Demon gets the ace. He gets all 4 kills. An ace in the final round to send themselves to Los Angeles.
All right, Desi, since I got to do the top 5, why don't you take the Planet Side Play of the Week?
Absolutely, it's a good one. In this Planet Side Play of the Week, Fried Jam gets a moment we all wish for. The entire enemy team chooses to spawn directly beneath his turret, giving him more kills than we can even count. Check out all the carnage.
It was friendly killing to you.
Oh! Stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here!
That was nice. Oh, they're pushing us one. Oh, yeah, VG.
They are getting done this shit. Oh my god. So yummy.
Where are they going?
Nowhere. They're fucking going nowhere.
Where you going? No.
When we come back, we have all the results from IEM Cologne.
Sniper, is that it? He's at it again. The ninja Nexon Sniper, man. He comes from every side. He comes from...
We go over what happened in the LCS.
Creighton, but what a setup from J-Ree.
And we check in with the MLG Join Dota TKO series. Stay tuned.
His E-Blade, he didn't have mana to use.
Just 1 month before the winner-take-all tournament in Katowice, IEM made a stop in Cologne with $10,000 and 750 WCS points on the line for the winner. After a long weekend filled with epic comebacks, Pult faced off against Liquid Hero in one of the most exciting finals of the year. The series started off with a draw on the first map. Hero would take the replay of the map and kept control of the series, putting Pult on the brink of elimination in Game 5. With his back against the ropes, Pult put together one of the best comebacks of the tournament, killing 4 Nexi to keep his hopes alive.
Nexon Sniper, is that it? He's at it again. The ninja Nexon Sniper, man. He comes from every side. He comes from the dark and he snipes them. He does. Imagine if he got the 4th one. That would be absolutely amazing. He might go for it. Oh, he's going for it. No way. No, he's going for it. There's no money. Just for the principle.
He's going for it!
Just for revealing him.
Go on, go for it. You want to reveal him. He's going to kill all 4 Nexus in just 2 moves.
After an exhausting 5th game, Hero was finally able to close out the series in another game that went over 30 minutes.
Pult is down 50 supply, a valiant effort from him, but it is Liquid's Hero who stands strong with final stunts as he marches through. GG is called, and Hero takes the Intel Extreme Masters Championship here in Cologne.
For his victory, Hero earns 10K and Pult goes home with 5. Rain and Jaedong round out the top 4.
Minigun took the first half of the Enders game on Blu-ray tournament last week, and this past weekend it was time to see who his opponent would be from the MLG side of the bracket. With tournament favorites Major and Scarlet dropping out earlier than expected, the finals came down to the Root Gaming's Massa and his teammate State. Amidst all the Protoss dominance in the tournament scene lately, Massa looked to prove that North American Terrans were worthy of a first-place finish. Massa jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead in the series, catching State off guard with a couple of perfectly timed attacks. After the 2-0 start, the 2 players traded games back and forth until Massa closed out the series in Game 6 with a swift combat shield attack.
It's a flaw that Massa has.
He's lost the mothership goal.
Oh my god,
no,
that's huge.
That's probably game. Like, that's probably it.
Really?
Yes, he has one wall. He has one wall game.
Pulling probes now. This is awful for State. He's definitely gonna do so much damage. Massa must be getting the chills right now. He's so close to victory. State not even moving the probes. That's gonna be GG.
Massa takes home $3,000 for his efforts and will face Minigun in a show match to conclude the Invitational at a later date.
When we return, we find out what happened last week in the LCS.
Triple kill comes from Creighton, but what a setup!
We have the results from the Nexon finals.
Well, this is looking bad. There goes here. Shaker grabs 2, but he trades his life.
And we get an update on the MLG Join Dota TKO tournament. Stick around.
Shaker grabs 2, but he trades.
We're into week 5 of the LCS, and the rankings are starting to settle in North America. TSM stands alone atop the pack while Dignitas continues to slip. This week's stars were the solidified roster of CLG and the surprise of Coast. Coast managed to take down both XDG and EG as Zion Spartan's split-pushing Jax earned him the title of Week 5 MVP.
Kill out of this! The Ignite goes down on Daydreamin. Wiz Fusion lives with a sliver of health as he limps away. A kill coming in for Daydreamin, however. Benny trying to run, but there's the jump, the Empower shot to come in.
Here comes Suna!
Oh, the Grand Skyfall! He might be able to 1v1 Suna! No! Can he get into the fight? Blocked on the Empower shot. Still going strong. This might be enough, but Shifter's on the backside, and they buddy it out for the...
And you guys actually only had 2 wins coming into this week, and now you have 2 more, so you really equaled your win total for the whole week. How did you guys do that this week as compared to the other ones?
I think we're slowly finding team comps and champions we want to play better, because I was kind of like just picking Yasuo. Yasuo was a pretty good pick, but then I picked like Riven, and we didn't really use the Riven pick to the full potential. I think we're figuring out what we need to do with our picks better, and it kind of looks like the same thing we always do, but we're kind of like understanding ourselves better and what our limits are and what we can play and what we cannot play and where we need to improve.
The week ended with the 2 longtime pillars of the North American scene, CLG and TSM, facing off. With their win against Cloud9, CLG came in with confidence, but TSM seemed to remain a step ahead of CLG in every engagement, and ultimately continued their now 11-game win streak.
The Zenith Blade pokes him in the back and gets the kill. Dyrus is very low, but Sadism keeping him up. The double kill coming in. Turtle, the triple kill. One shot, and he's good to go.
They win the fight, and that rewards them with the Dragon. The spoils of war are going to go to TSM here. Dexter has a chance to walk around, but that would be a very, very slim chance.
After week 5, Solo Mid still holds on to first. Counterlogic moves ahead of Dignitas to take third.
TSM rocking it out. All right, over on the European side of LCS, Roccat and Gambit look to knock Fnatic out of first place for the first time this season. 3 teams entered the week tied for first place, and of those 3, only Roccat left without a loss. Roccat beat the Copenhagen Wolves and Alliance to take over sole possession of first place in the European LCS.
Youngbuck goes deep, and that's going to be a wind wall that's not going to stop them out there. They're going to focus back in. Teleport from Assassin's comes in there. Kautar taking a lot of damage coming out from Sullivan. Sullivan will focus back on towards them. They do go deep on towards the backside. Forgiven is going to get taken down. Roccat are doing really great work here. Youngbuck's trying to do what he can to keep them at bay, but now he's going to get focused on. Another Docker. Cyclone way too late, and Roccat get themselves a third kill.
Now while Roccat rose to the top, Fnatic continued to slide. With losses to Millennium and Super Hot Crew, Fnatic has now dropped 5 games in a row after opening the season with a perfect 7-0.
Team doing damage. All the barrel rolls back there. Kratos making sure he doesn't run into a pillar of ice. Going to lock up Yellowstar. He's going to get caught out there. Try and turn it back around on towards Peke. The hook on Reckless. They're going to follow through. The flame comes through. Brilliant. No, Kratos off the side. He's just taking them down one by one. A triple kill comes from Kratos. But what a setup from J-Ree.
Super Hot Crew ended week 5 with a 2-0 performance. They're now tied with SK Gaming at 6-6.
They turn around, they're going to get nipped from this one. The shutdown came in onto Pele, one shot onto Tab. He's a dead man, and that is 2 men down for Alliance.
Roccat sits in first. Gambit moves into sole possession of second at 8-4.
Moving on to Dota 2, the Nexon Sponsorship League in Korea featured 16 Dota 2 teams fighting tooth and nail for a share of the roughly $89,000 prize pool. Season 3 culminated in a finals between Team Zephyr and EOT Hammer. Zephyr fought their way out of the losers bracket after falling to EOT Hammer in the winners bracket. After a questionable Roshan call, Zephyr started Game 1 on the wrong foot. But as the game dragged on, even a pick on Corey's Slark wasn't enough for EOT.
They should be able to get it. They got him. Eosin now pops the ultimate, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Blitz holding these heroes in place, but it has to get out. Crystal Main is not even going to go down as Rior pursues with his BKB. Purge is dead. Now Corey's coming back for another one, though. EOT doing the smart thing. They see the buyback trying to get out, but Rior held in place. Time lapse not going to be in time, and Corey goes for more. Geo held up. There goes that Abyssal. Nice save by Chrissy, but it's only going to buy Geo a little bit of time. Shadow Blade.
Oh
my goodness.
Wow, what a legit pounce there from Corey.
Yeah, well done by Corey.
Game 2 was all Zephyr, but Game 3 brought back the tension. Sexy Bambo's Impale initiations led to Blitz and to Corey bringing the damage for Zephyr to pave the way for a 3-0 sweep.
So far, not
and
quite
go back
Zephyr we're looking for. There he goes. Jumps forward. They're all very, very low. Going to be able to kill 2. And now Geo left alone, surrounded by heroes. He's going to get cleaned up as well. And with the wards down, this is looking bad. There goes the hero. Shaker grabs 2, but he trades his life.
Zephyr takes home 57K for the win. Hammer leaves with a substantially smaller 7K.
Only a little bit smaller. The second week of the MLG TKO Dota 2 tournament saw the top teams in both regions looking to separate themselves from the pack. Fnatic started their week with a match against the 4-0 Empire and led by Arrow's 12-2 performance on Weaver, handed Empire its first loss of the tournament.
Global Silence will be used, but they're still controlled by the Dream Call in the meantime. Trixie now throws the ulti out. Literally will bounce up, slowing down Vanscore as Era just dishes out the deeps. Hookshot in from Mag. They're trying to hold Era there long enough. He could time-lapse it out, but he needs to keep his position forward, and they're going in on Silent. He's armlet toggling himself up, but the generated attack will ensure the kill. And in fact, it's going to be the puck attack which gets the kill.
The Blast Brew spotted, but no tell, and he's going to get the Impale off.
Yeah. Dead, locked in a corner with a Plague Lord, trying to TP out, but the DPS is more than enough. A godlike streak is now up here for Weaver. He's 11 for 12.
Another one of European's top teams, Na'Vi, was also making a push for first place. just like Fnatic and Empire, they would end up 2-1 on the week, tied for second place in the standings.
Instantly stuns him up, and that stops that Ultimate with the Prophet only jumping. Aghanims, Avos, his E-Blade, he didn't have mana to use it, so he couldn't protect himself as well as Puppey. Puppey popped off the heal, but now it's next KZ that are finding the kills, even if Dendy is on 100 life points and still sticking around.
On the North American side, a battle of unbeatens took place in the second day of action as Cloud9 faced off against Team Liquid.
Gonna lose the Wraith Knight, but they brought down Invoker. Bulba triggers off the big BKB, and TC's back alive again. Lifestealer, he's been able to walk away fast enough from this. Bone 7 was also burning inside the Radiance, but Pylai Die a little bit deeper inside the middle lane. He is standing here, fighting up against TC, stealing the stuns. The Radiance burn will work, but open wounds coming out from Lifestealer. TC will now die of this. All of Liquid are pushing up the daisies.
The loss to Cloud9 wasn't Liquid's only defeat of the weekend. Sad Boys took Liquid down as well, leaving Sad Boys and Cloud9 as the only two teams with perfect records at 5-0.
To raise it up! I don't know what's happening there from TC, but now it's going to be a double kill for Arteezy. He'll lose his own life. He almost kills off Fluff and stuff with just the death ulti. And Zai, Malivus done on Bulba, looking for more kills right now. Way too sexy. He is caught out by both Fear as well as PPD. And with the net already being used, there's one last Riptide, and the Black Hole holds Bulba in position as well.
The current standings have Empire leading the European bracket and Cloud9 and Sad Boys on top in the North American half.
Wow, truly a battle of the best. Guys, that about wraps it up for our show today, but make sure to check out these awesome tournaments. Starting February 26th and going through March 22nd, MLG will air an Infinite Crisis tournament. The top two teams at the end of bracket play will get flown out to compete at PAX East.
On February 22nd, MLG will present Shuffle 5 for Smash Brothers.
And also this weekend will be Winter Brawl 8. There, FGC fans will see competitions for popular titles like Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom.
And finally, Canada, South Africa, and Brazil will see another round of COD Champs qualifiers.
All right, guys, that wraps it up for this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching. And Revan, thanks for coming down and rocking it out.
Hey, anytime. I'll be here next week as well.
Absolutely. So make sure you see us back here next week at Thursday, 7 p.m. ET, right here on MLG.TV.